Girls Flag Football.
Girls Flag Football. Girls Flag Football.
What's going on, Neighborhood Watch and TMTP family? Welcome back to another episode here on the Main Thing Podcast Presents. It's your bull, Mr. Owns, and after further review, the call stands. I'm still official with no stripes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, I'm here to hit you back in the head with another women's flag football reaction. Today, we got two teams that we covered here on this channel, one that I truly, truly love and appreciate. So shout out to our supporters and family in Mexico. Y'all know it's all love here. But we got Mexico versus Guatemala in a women's IFAF Americas Flag Football 2025 game. Look, before we get into this, because y'all know how Mexico already do. I'll be having some fun reacting to Mexico, and I hope y'all be enjoying Mr. Owens reacting to Mexico. But to our loyal supporters, y'all already know it's all love. Thank you, thank you, thank you for y'all continued support. Y'all know that none of this is possible without the support from y'all. And to our new supporters, welcome to the community and our family. Let's continue to do our part as a community and a family. Continue to please like the videos. It does help with the visibility in the algorithm. Disrespect that comment section. Share and subscribe to the community and our content. And last but not least, don't forget to do this, because me and Big Hus will remind you. Make sure to turn on them noties, aka the notifications, and keep your ears and eyes peeled to the streets like your local neighborhood watch. So you don't miss when me and Big Hus drop this pressure on y'all. But hold on, un momento. We got one more thing left to do. Stop playing. Y'all already know what it is. Let's get into formation. And I'm not talking about Beyonce. So look, Beehive, don't come in attack us here. Y'all know we support the Beehive. But look, we got to get into TMTP formation real quick. White 80, white set. Hey, let's get active. So we got Mexico starting on offense, going straight to the right flats for a nice gain. Okay. Ooh, quick hips. The quarter hips. Here we go. Passed out to the right sideline. Throwing it back to number 3 on the right sideline for a nice gain. Mexico with 2 great plays from the beginning to move into scoring territory. Here we go. Ooh, she threw a darty. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Going right here. Look at that. Look at that ball placement. Oh my gosh. Delivering from the pocket with the defender pressuring her. Oh my gosh. Mexico ain't nobody to play with at all. Going for the 2-point conversion. We got the fake reverse. Throwing it to the corner pylon. And we got a tie down. There we go. We got Mexico on the scoreboard, ladies and gentlemen. 8-0 over Guatemala. Gotta get the ball out. Mexico defender does a great job of pressuring the quarterback and getting a sack on Guatemala's quarterback. So we got Mexico back on offense. Quick strike down the left sideline. And Mexico is in the end zone for another touchdown. Going for another 2-point conversion over Guatemala. Fake the handoff, coming back across the middle. Guatemala does a great job on defense, but nonetheless, Mexico with a 2-possession lead, 14-0 over Guatemala. Guatemala trying to go to with the heady down the middle of the field. The Mexican defender does a great job of playing through her hands. The Guatemala receiver was trying to run a post route. The Mexican defender did a great job staying on top of her shoulder and being able to read and react to the football and play through her hands. That pass breakup, great job right there. So we got Guatemala still on offense, looking down the middle of the field. Oh, that was dangerous. Great concentration by the Guatemalan receiver. She had 2 defenders in her way. Oh, my goodness. Number 2 coming across the middle on the square end. Look at this. I thought she was going to get it. The quarterback fit that thing right in there. Oh, man, I guess she was the only one that had the key to the lock. Make sure that thing get open. So we got a reverse handoff. Okay, oh, quarter hit. Great job by number 1 with the diving extended tackle. Oh, Mexico is so good. They are so good. They are so disciplined and play together as a team. They know their responsibilities, assignments. They play sound football. Look at that. Oh, my. Again, shout out to Mexico. Y'all be doing y'all thing. Here we go. Guatemala trying to put some points up on the scoreboard. And we got a touchdown from Guatemala. That is 14-6. I ain't gonna lie, the international games, man, the crowd be raucous. I love when the crowd be getting into it. Sometimes I be getting so distracted by the crowd and not paying attention to the game. I ain't even gonna lie, because the crowd be so involved and it's so supportive. I love to see it and I love to hear it. But back to regular schedule program, we have Guatemala on the 1-point conversion attempt. Let's see if they can get in this end zone. She's waiting for the. There we go. Oh, you got to catch that. You have to catch that. That just went right through the receiver's hands. At first, I thought the quarterback was going to wait for her receiver to clear in the back of the end zone and try to fit it back there. But you see how her receiver just popped wide open right here. That was a nice, easy toss and catch like you're in the backyard playing with your friends. And it was no need for the Guatemalan receiver to jump off of her feet. That actually made it a harder catch. If she just had stayed on the ground, that would have been a simple, easy catch. But nonetheless, ball almost ricocheted into her teammates' hands, but no avail. 14-6 Mexico over Guatemala. Quick pass out of the backfield for about a 5-6 yard gain. Mexico has that quick strike offense. There we go. Another nice throw to the left sideline. See if Mexico punches it in right here. Throws the ball back to 21. 21 has her right here in the end zone. We got a tie down. Mexico 20-6 over Guatemala, going for the 2-point. I just feel like, look, Mexico was so good. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm gonna run it back for y'all. But look, I had to say this really quickly. Mexico is so good at flag football that they go for 2-point conversions. I see other teams doing 2-point conversions, but not every single time. But Mexico's team is so strong and so dominant, and they trust in each other to be able to execute at a high level. I'm not mad at them for doing this. I'm not. But here we go. The 2-point conversion attempt from Mexico, up 20-6. Let's see if they can make it 22-6. Oh, you had it. She just dropped it. She tried to keep her foot in bounds. She even went down all the way to her knees to make that catch. So it's right here. It'll be this receiver right here. If you follow the cursor, I believe that's number 21. Defender opens up her hips, allows her to sink and get out of her break. That was a great break for the receiver. Quarterback sees it. She tries to, You see, she had the ball in her hands, had to go down to her knees, almost caught it by the front pylon, but the ball slips out of her hand. But that was a great pass from the quarterback and great effort by the receiver. But we have 20-6. Oh, is that picked off? Oh, that happened so fast. Mexico's defense. Oh my. Here we go. Slow motion. She's going to the crosser right here. Ball goes off. And this is, look, it was misting and raining out there. Y'all got to remember the ball is slick. So with the ball being slick, you got to make sure that you're concentrating even harder on the catch so that the ball just doesn't slide. We already saw it earlier in this game when the ball's going through the Guatemalans team receiver's hands. But great heads up and awareness play by the Mexico defenders. Look at this. She saw it, but she didn't have the opportunity to get it. But look, her teammate behind her said, don't worry, I got your back. Just like the Main Thing podcast presents. Oh, number 2 with a great interception. Great turnover by Mexico's defense on Guatemala's offense. Let's see if Mexico could put up some more points on that scoreboard. And as soon as I say it, quick pass into the end zone. We got 26-6 Mexico over Guatemala. They're going for another 2-point conversion. We have number 2 in motion. Flores dropping back. She has her right here. Oh, she threw that thing on a run. Donna Flores is so good. She's amazing. So we got Guatemala back on offense. Great pass. She fit that in perfectly in that tight window. So she's going right here to this receiver right here. Look at this. Such a small window and small room and margin for error. Look at that. The Mexican defender dives and everything to try to break up that ball. But great concentration, great catch by the receiver, and great ball placement by the quarterback. We're going to run it from the top. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, here we go. Darty! So let's see if Guatemala can get in this end zone. We got a reverse and stop short of the goal line. Trying to throw Mexico off balance, but Mexico didn't fall for that. They remained disciplined and stopped them short of the goal line. Here we go. Oh my gosh. I thought she was the Flash. Ooh. She broke on that ball so quickly. Look at that. She's right here. Follow my cursor. Look how she reads the quarterback and reacts. She sees how they try to do a pick play. So a pick play is when the offensive receiver tries to run a route, but tries to get into the way of a defender and free up their receiver. The Mexico defender does a great job of fighting over that pick play and being able to undercut that ball and still be able to make a play on it. Look at that. Look at that. They are so disciplined. 28-6, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. We have Mexico back on offense. Let's see what they do with it. We already know what they're going to do. They're going up top with the heading. Is intercepted by Guatemala. Oh, man. She tried to go for it all, and that's usually what happens, either on a turnover or a turnover on downs. The offense usually tries to take a deep shot off of that, and Mexico's offense tried to take that deep shot. She had her early right here on that corner, but then you see the other receiver ran her defender into the area as well. So now you got 2 receivers and 2 defenders in the same area. Ball hangs up just a little bit too long, and Guatemala's defender does a great job of high pointing that football and creating a turnover for their defense. So now we have Guatemala's offense back on the field. Let's see if they could get a tie down, put some points on the board. Ball sails over. It's too high for her intended target. Mexico go right down the middle of the field. Ooh, okay. It stops short of midfield. So now we have 3rd and mid. Oh, you have her right in the middle of the field. Okay. She goes to number 4 on the left sideline. Ooh. She almost had a bye-bye knees, hello ankles. Got the fake handoff, pitch back to number 21. 21 right there. Great job in the back of the end zone, keeping her foot in bounds. We got Mexico with another score, 34-6, going for the 2-point. We got a pump fake going again and incomplete on the extra point, but we have 34-6 Mexico. Guatemala with a reverse. Oh, great job. She had a saving tackle. The Mexican defender had a saving tackle. She does a great job of being disciplined and staying home, keeping contained. If she got sucked in a little bit too much, if she came in too much, number 12 or 32 on Guatemala would have got out to that outside and got down that sideline. But great job of being disciplined and staying home, knowing your responsibility and reading your keys. That is a saving tackle right there, because that would have been a down. But great effort by Mexico's defense for stopping that play. But Guatemala gets the first down. Now it's third down. We get a reverse, two reverses. Then we get a pitch back. She'll lose the pressure, throws it down. Ball's tipped in the air. Guatemala's receiver, I think she caught that. Incomplete pass. Oh, man, that was great effort by both teams. Let's look at this. Mexico's defender gets her hand on the ball first, pops it up. Both go for the ball. Guatemala's receiver has it in her hands, but Mexico's defender does not go down without a fight. She makes sure that she knocks that ball out of her hand and causes an incomplete pass. Great job, Mexico's defense on that play. So here we go. We got Guatemala going for it on fourth down, throwing it up. Incomplete pass. Mexico's defense holds and keeps the score remaining at 34-6. So we have Mexico back on offense, 33 on the left sideline. Mexico is so fluid. They're just a well-oiled machine. We go. Pass wide open to number 5. Oh, my gosh. Bye-bye knees. Hello ankles. She had you diving from across the world. Oh, my gosh. Jeez. So we got a quick handoff. And we got a down from Mexico. Just run it. Just run it. She throws it in there again. Mexico just pouring it on at this point. It is 40-6. We have a 2-point conversion, but hey, what's new? Mexico does this on a normal basis. It's a routine. She has her in the corner. She waited a little too late. She had her intended target right here. Follow the cursor, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. She had her early. But that's something that you watch on film. Look. Now, this defender does a terrible job of letting the receiver just run past her face, and she's worried about this receiver right here, who is legitimately 15 yards away from the end zone, but we have a receiver that's right here, so she completely voids her responsibility. Right now, if that quarterback throws it, she has her right here in that corner, and I trust in Mexico's quarterback to make that throw. We've seen them numerous of times on this channel being able to make all types of throws. So I'm surprised that she didn't pull the trigger right there. She waited a little bit too late. The defender right here realized it, undercut it, and got her hand up to cause an incompletion. But we have Mexico back on offense. I like number 9. Big body receiver, makes all the catches. Is a mismatch. So we got a handoff to number 33. 33 directing traffic. Oh, got her in the middle. And that looks like the ball game, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages. They were going to line up to do the handshake line. Always great sportsmanship, but again, this was a fun one to react to. Mexico is one of my favorite teams to react to, and the support that we receive from Mexico here on the Main Thing Podcast Presents it's unmatched. We love it. We love it. But again, shout out to Mexico for winning 40-6 over Guatemala in this women's IFAF Americas Flag Football 2025 game. Look, again, if y'all ain't on board by now, you better stop lollygagging and waiting around, because this train is going to continue to move, and it's going to go to some fascinating stops and fascinating heights, man. But look, again, shout out to Mexico for taking home this victory 40-6 over Guatemala, and shout out to Guatemala for playing a competitive game against Mexico. You just were overmatched today, but it's nothing, just to go back to the drawing board and learn from your mistakes so that you can continue to get better. But again, before I get out of here, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you to our loyal supporters. Y'all know it's all love. Thank you for y'all continued support, because none of this is able to happen without the support from y'all. And to our new supporters, welcome to the community and to our family. Let's continue to be responsible and continue to do our part as a community and a family. Please continue to like the videos. It does help with the visibility in the algorithm. Disrespect that comment section, share and subscribe to the community and our content. And last but not least, don't forget to do this, my tumble finger. Make sure to turn on them noties, aka the notifications, and keep your ears and eyes peeled to the streets like your local neighborhood watch. Wow. So you don't miss when me and Big Hus drop this pressure on y'all. But again, always stick to your plan and not your mood. Keep Christ and faith first and foremost in your life. Always have a plan and attack your plan every single day. Don't sit by and procrastinate and sit by and wait, because nothing is going to come to you. You always have to go after what you want. Again, always remember to create so that you can consume. But look, if people are negative or it's some bad people around you, make sure that you surround yourself with positive, chosen, like-minded energy people, so that you can remain level-headed and be the best version of yourself. Always put Christ first. Always trust a process and a plan. And look, do not let anybody ever tell you that you can't do nothing or be what you want to be. The only person that can stop you is you yourself. But again, if you don't know who I am, I'm going to remind you one more time. I go by Mr. Owens, and this is the Main Thing Podcast Presents, where we keep the main thing, from action pack to jam pack when it comes to girls flag football and flag football in general. Just know the Main Thing Podcast Presents always, and I mean always, got your back. And until next time, it's been love.